right, I seem to have misplaced my Zoom on this screen. There we are. Ooh, on Claude Code 2, yes, nice. Me too. I've done on Claude Code most of my vibe-coded apps. I'm beginning to explore AI Studio, kind of liking it, but I don't like that it runs out of tokens actually more easily. I'm going to give people a few more minutes to join, by the way, just so we know what's going on there. Any questions so far? Like we've done 6 courses. How has it been? Any good? Hopefully. The last one was very hard. And like I said, yeah, it, I've worked with data before. It was hard for me too. So it takes a bit to wrap your head around all of the stuff that we were doing there. Oh, that sucks. If your setup is not quite right, that also is no fun. Okay, now what I want to do is actually share the Google Drive, don't I? Here's the Google Drive link. Will someone please copy that and keep it safe? Because I know people will be asking for it during the session, and it would be nice if someone would just drop it in for them. Thank you very much. Okay, so today we're going to be 5 minutes in. Yeah, we're 5 minutes in. Everyone ready to build an app? Pretty please say yes. And here we are. Hey, Alan, good to see you too. And everyone else too, not just nice to see so many names I do recognize. There's Ghana here, AGMO4, Jackie. I think I've seen you before, Robert. Amanda for sure, Arun. Yep, lots and lots. Praveen as well. Praveen, maybe, maybe not. Anyway, so today it's a small group. Yay. No, not that small, 26 people. Okay, I'm going to try and share screen. And I don't know why this has done its thing. It's going to annoy me today, just FYI. New computer, doing different things than I'm used to. Share screen, share screen. What am I sharing? Yes, allow. Go ahead and share. No, that's not what I want to share. This is what I want to share. So here we are. We're looking at the gamma. We are going to go into presentation mode. As I said, today is AI for app building. And what we're going to do today is, again, using problems. We're still going to be talking about Brightline and analytics, same company, imaginary company. And you will see, where am I? You will see in your Google AI professional little certificate thingy, 7 weeks course. We have the course 7 in here. And what course 7 has is sample docs, PDFs, and of course our familiar labs and docs. And go away. And for some reason, for each lab, it gives me a whole blank page and then the actual question. Just if you're surprised by seeing a blank page, so was I. I just couldn't figure out how to fix it. Yeah. And we're going to need AI Studio, which is aistudio.google.com. Really pretty simple. I have managed to click something that makes it think I want to do something else. Can everyone see me, hear me? Drop a one in the chat. Something's going on here. Oh boy. Fun. Can I change? Yes, I can. Yay. For some reason, there's a big rectangle around my screen. So I thought I was stuck. Why is my Gmail up? I don't need my Gmail. Okay, I need the labs. I need Google Gemini. I need AI Studio. And of course, I need our presentation, which is the most important thing. And you guys can all see the presentation, right? Course 7 for app building. One more yes in the chat, please, or a one. Yay. Okay. So all we're going to do today is we're going to talk about vibe coding. Who knows what vibe coding is? I'm sure you do, but if not, I will go over it briefly. And then we'll actually create an app specifically that's a tiebreaker app, which is fun. In the second one, we'll make a brand builder and finally an interactive dashboard. I'm going to warn you that AI Studio, like I said, runs out of credits. Yeah, prompting for getting code out. It's also literally you can speak your app into existence, which I find is hilarious. I still don't know why vibe coding, like the word vibe doesn't seem to that appropriate, but I'm hearing noises. That's why I'm looking around. Um, I must be losing my brain, my mind, whatever little bit of it there is. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into AI Studio on my free account first, aistudio.google.com. And it's there too. Okay. I need this to be playing so I know it's actually doing its thing. All right. And basically the idea is you're now going to have AI build you the tool so that you can use the same tool over and over again instead of rewriting your prompt each time to do what you want. Yeah. Be very specific. If you give it a generic, make me a project management tool, it'll create something generic. Also, you've got to remember that vibe coding is not perfect. You're going to have persistence, correct it when it goes wrong, tell it precisely what needs to change, what needs to fix. The good news is you don't have to debug code yourself. The app will typically do it for you, whether you're using Claude Code or Lovable or AI Studio in this case, all of that. Under the hood is really, of course, agentic AI, where it basically takes a sequence of actions without you having to tell it that sequence. It knows how to build an app. You just have to give it the instructions of what kind of app to build. Yes, Eva, blame Andre Karpathy. I'm never sure I'm saying his name right. In fact, I'm probably saying his name wrong. If someone knows the right pronunciation, email it to me someday. Okay, the first app is the tiebreaker. It's an app for a decision we'll do over and over again. Should I do A? Should I do B? What are the trade-offs? Yeah. And this doesn't have to be, in our case, in this case, we're doing a bright line thing, but you can do a pro and cons list for if you're on a diet, which I should be on. Should I eat this or this at the restaurant? What are the trade-offs? Flavor might be one, calories might be another. In my case, amazingly, flavor always wins out. And you can do things like create a SWOT analysis, a pros and cons table, a comparison table. Ooh, I should do a SWOT analysis. Never mind. Yes, brain going off in different directions. All right. So does everybody have access to AI Studio? I think you do, even with the free version. So what we're going to do here, yeah. Yes, Eva, laugh at me, laugh at me. Okay, so I'm just pasting in the thing you want, in the code that I'm going to get it to generate. Please go ahead and use your own code. This is an AI Studio build mode, okay? Where did the build mode go? I knew I should have gone through this at least once. Start thing. Oh, it isn't build mode. Okay. Is it doing anything for you guys? It's not yet doing anything for me. Shares the drive link. Can someone drop the drive link in? Sorry, I'd have to go find it again. And I'm not very good at multitasking as. Thank you. Thanks, Sage. And Gana. Enjoy tips while I build. Tips while I build. Yes, that's really useful, isn't it? Run it. That would be why it wasn't running. Um, Annie, we just went to aistudio.google.com and put in that prompt. And it is now going to build. Okay, I've lost my screen. Going to do that same thing again, isn't it? Thank you for that suggestion. Apparently, no, I don't want you to give me things. Any pros and cons? Well, think about them. Whatever pros and cons you want, go ahead and put them in. Works for you? Good, Neha. And whoever told me to try the app, Sage, thank you. Thank you, thank you. We are now building. There's this design preview. Nice. Select. Still building. So that was the design preview. Built it. So that's simple. I'm going to start a different AI Studio and say, new app. Can you build a simple tic-tac-toe app? Two players. Not, actually, no. Me versus you. Weight it so that I win at least 60% of the time. So I'm basically telling it to cheat for me. Let's see if it'll do that. This is the thing. When you're building an app, you can do whatever you want. This is how people put backdoors in apps. This is how they put malware in apps, right? Because people see the outside. Someone playing my fake tic-tac-toe game will not know that it is weighted. So they will think it's just a regular tic-tac-toe game. They'll just be happy they're winning more often. Similarly, if you get an app that has malware embedded in it, you won't have a clue. You will simply believe that, it's the app for whether you're watching a movie or you're, doing playing a game or whatever. And in the meantime, it's basically sneakily doing stuff in the background. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying that's how it works. Yeah. Any questions, anyone? No, no questions yet. Live chat. Oh, I'm the only one watching. Yay. So nobody showed up today from Prague. Does anyone have a built app yet? Mine's still going and going. Both of them are still going. Come on, it's a tic-tac-toe app. Claude did that in like 2 seconds. Claude Code did. Yep, still going. This is unfortunately the problem with building live. We just have to have patience. They said it would take a step preview. Yes, we did. Once the app load, we should test it. Okay, that's a good test if it ever builds. For the tic-tac-toe app, of course, the test is let's play. I wish I could say things like hurry up. It, it's a super simple app. Yeah, exactly. Oh, what happens if? At least this one's on the thing. Yes, I'm yelling at it. Didn't actually seem to take that input. Or did it? Me and my experience in this area. Me and my experience. I'm Maya. That would have been a fun thing to start with. I'm Maya, and I have been working in AI for 20 plus years. Okay, Eva, that was good. You asked for a more dense dashboard. I have a degree in AI from 1992, 93. Of course, AI back then meant we were working on it was Windows 3.1 or Mac Plus, like with the tiny 6-inch screens and Unix machines. That's where I mostly worked. And it meant basically natural language processing. We were doing Prolog and Lisp. Anyway, fast forward to now, I've had years and years as a software engineer. Initially, actually started with companies that used AI, that were building AI apps, doing Lisp and Prolog. Realized that my career would be very, very small if I stuck with Lisp and Prolog back then. Oh, hey, Eva knows those two languages. And Neha, I'm impressed. So I moved into just regular programming and worked in Silicon Valley for 10 years. I forget what the word was, not e-commerce, but server-side coding a lot. Came back to Canada in a few years ago, quite a few years ago now, and have been working here since then. In tech, and then about 5 years ago, I got laid off from tech and decided I wanted to do marketing for a change. So I did that. And then we started building chatbots with Karen. And then a couple of years ago, AI came on the scene in the sense of, ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. And we haven't looked back. So that's me in a nutshell. We are now happily building apps, talking to people, doing these trainings, doing consulting, lots of stuff. Yeah. Anyone else want to tell me what they're doing? Yeah, Miguel, it's not amazing. It's just so surprising. Like To me, I never thought I'd get back into AI, but this level of AI, I'm loving. Not having to write the code myself, I love. Not having to figure out Lisp and Prolog because I haven't used those languages in 20 years. Ugh. Yeah. Hey, my tic-tac-toe app is ready. Let's see if I can play it. Can you all see it? Initiate next round. Is it playable? It's not playable. Doesn't work. Initialize next round. Does nothing. Okay, it just earned itself um, a 0 compared to Claude Code. Conscious being dot art. Are you trying to spam us? Just checking. Oh, cool. And I did ask what you guys are doing, so this is actually really lovely. Nice. Okay, for those who joined late, we are in Google AI Studio. I just built a tic-tac-toe app because the other app was taking too long. It's still going. That's basically all we're going to do today, by the way. We're just looking at building apps. There's 3 apps, and then the 4th is one that you will build yourself. Um, what of the 6 courses that we've done so far was the most helpful? I know this number 6 was extremely challenging, but which one was actually helpful in terms of getting you more familiar with the whole Google ecosystem and using their AI? Go ahead, publish, yes. Ah, that was it, wasn't it? I didn't hit publish on this one. Publish. Is not available while changes are in progress. Okay, I gotta wait. You've used it all apart from last week's, yeah. Last week's was fun. Having it organized by sentiment and categories and stuff was really interesting. Although I just saw an email this morning saying that Google is getting rid of the Copilot function in Excel. Not sure whether that means there's no longer AI in Excel. Neha, yes. Neha Pandya, are you? Never mind. I was going to ask if you're from Gujarat, just because I lived in Gujarat for years and years as a kid. It asked me to set up billing. Oh dear. Oh, you mean this week's? Yeah. Well, this week's is here now. I should have put this week's stuff up in the drive yesterday, but I only got around to it today. Okay. It's not working. It's not working. Yay. All right. The tiebreaker. Accept the lead design offer. What if, what if, what if? Proceed with caution. Yay. Praveen's already got his done. Awesome. Go ahead. Publish my app. Code looks convincing. It's asking me to do cloud billing. Let's see if it does that to me too. It might. Unless there's something in wherever you're based that's requiring you to do cloud billing. Did you do something that requires that requires billing, like, if you've got a payment thing in there or something. The only reason I can see it would want you to set up billing would be if something needed it. Okay, let's ask Gemini, or let's ask Google. Why is AI Studio asking me to set up cloud billing before I can publish an app I built there? Starter tier limit. You can do 2 full stack applications for free, or your account type is ineligible. Okay. Oh, I guess we broke it. We broke it. Everyone must be playing with it. Mine is published. Okay. I'm going to drop this one. Actually, first I'm going to go to it myself and then drop it in the chat. State your dilemma, break a tie. Buy a home versus renting. Relocate to Seattle versus Austin. For a tech career. No, no, no. I want to stay in Toronto or move to, where shall I move? Columbia for great seaside views. Food is better in Toronto. Prices are lower in Columbia. And I want devil's advocate. Execute the tiebreaker. So go ahead and experiment with yours. Yeah, I agree, Miguel. To me too, I think Columbia makes more sense. Error. This model is currently lovely. So I guess 10 a.m. Eastern time is a bad idea to do AI Studio stuff. All right, I'm inviting you now. Spam us all. Drop your LinkedIn connection URL in the chat. We might as well all at least get something out of this. Eva, I love that. It asked you for billing because you were asking the decision whether you should stay as Google Cloud or AWS. AI Studio and anti-gravity. Good question. AI Studio. I think anti-gravity is for the cloud deployment. Yeah, that's the full desktop environment. That's the CLI. That's the equivalent of Claude Code or Codex in ChatGPT. I think that's mine. Please be me. That's me. Happy to connect if anyone wants to. Okay, so did anyone else's app actually get built? I finally figured out why Google always lags when I'm showcasing stuff. Yes, you guys got things. Great, Pavel, you've got yours too. Let's see. Looks very different. See, no one would know we built it with the same back end. Very nice. Okay, anyone else dropped their apps in here? I know someone else had it first. This one was mine. There's Pavel. Praveen had his. All right. Each of them has a different UI. Very nice. Did you guys actually ask it for a different UI, or did you just accept the first one it showed you? And Eva, you're going to have to ask maybe a different question. Default, yeah. It gave options you could select from. I clearly didn't click through the options. Willa, no, you're just doing it. LinkedIn, yes. Jackie's LinkedIn. Everybody's LinkedIn. Good. Let's do LinkedIn's. Starting to live between London and Exeter. Haha. Yeah, this was a sample thing anyway. Maybe we should go back to the presentation. Now, should we roll out the new thing on the new onboarding program into the input field? Okay, it wants me to actually test the app using this. All right. Pros and cons, and then get analysis. Okay. Where's pros and cons? Oh, that's not mine. That's somebody else's. All right. Doesn't seem to have done it. Different scenarios, changing parameters, great. You need to do that for sure when you start. You need to click the new dilemma at the top when you're starting a new thing. Yeah, you're just getting a good interface. I agree, me too. Okay, let's go. New dilemma. And I'm getting the error that the app is currently unavailable. Maybe that's what's happening. Anyone not have the error code? Eva said it was working, right? Eva, if I'm not mistaken, you're in the UK, so maybe your servers are not as overloaded as ours. I don't think you do, Al. You're asking if you have to be a developer. I don't think so. I think AI Studio is available on the free tier as well. I do have a paid tier, but right now I'm doing the free tier. UK siesta. Okay. Let's try again. New dilemma. Nope. Still got an issue. I'm gonna reload the thing. Try new dilemma. Error message? No error message. Okay. Here's the decision statement. stay with the current program. If I could spell for one more cohort, launch the new program now. All my things. Okay. I want to do the balanced realist. Let's go. And we ran out of high unavailable. Well, that ends my presentation for the day. If we cannot move forward, what do you guys want to do instead? That's very weird, Al. I've never had it ask me to acknowledge that I'm a developer building with AI Studio. Very strange. Do you have another Gmail account you could try? How to connect a database. You know what you do? I'll give you one guess. Yes, that answer is correct. You need to ask Gemini, how do I connect a database? You were also asked for billing, Vijay. Vijay, what did you do? Like, did you change the questions you were asking it, or the instructions you gave it to build the app? And also, where are you? If you're also in the UK, maybe it's a UK thing. UK siesta time needs billing. MongoDB is good. There's Supabase, which is built on top of, I think, Postgres. Sweden. Okay, maybe it's all of EU then. And UK. All right. So I'm stuck here. Ooh, it says synthesizing decision and breaking the tie. I must have snuck in at... Nope, again, got issue. From Texas, you got troubles too. What is SML, Neha? I don't know that acronym. Yeah, I don't know why sometimes it's asking for this and sometimes not. It may be that you've just already used AI Studio enough and run out of billing and run out of credits for using the AI small language model. Oh, I've not tried doing that. That's an intriguing idea though. Okay, I'm giving up on this app. Let's go back to the presentation. Would be nice if it could do the analysis options, but test it. Step 3, expect and fix errors. We didn't have errors yet with your broadband service. Well, that sucks, Hemopore. But today's session is clearly gremlins everywhere. You know, some people are getting asked for billing, some people are being told they need to be a developer. And some of us, like me, are getting these servers overloaded. So loads of fun. Lovable is really good, yes. And thank you for your invite code. It's a great little app. I love it. Actually, folks, we are thinking of, there's how many of us in here right now? 47 people. Karen and I, you know Karen too, she's been on several of these calls. She's busy today. We are thinking of building a membership where you would get access to a whole bunch of tools like Lovable and Bolt and Supabase and Railway, like everything you need to build your apps and launch them. And actually collect payment, like, you know, the pro versions of all these, not the free tier. Is that something you guys would be interested in? I think Karen has talked before when we did the vibe coding challenge about potentially starting the the Builders membership. If you guys are interested, let us know. Drop your email in the chat and I will take that over to Karen when we do that. Okay, now we're going to do a fun little exercise. This one is generalizing into a whole visual campaign. One description, output on multiple mediums, kept visually consistent throughout. Okay, so again, this time we're going to open up a new AI Studio, studio.google.com, new app. I don't want any secrets, go away. Use Nano Banana for images. Say what? Okay, so have you guys got your new app? Would you use chat to get the prompt more accurate? It does actually matter, Eva. Ideally, you want to plan out the app in advance. Get it to design it for you, walk it through the decisions it's making, justify the decisions, correct it if you've got different ideas. Yeah, all of that will save you time and effort on the other side. And I still do not have a working app here. Okay, now we're doing our little brand builder app. Where are the options? There. Oh, nice. Thank you for telling me about the options. I think it was Sage, huh? Who said that? Since I'm going for a dark on dark now, let's go for bright white. Yeah, I like the bright green. I have not attached any skills into the mix. Not here. I've got skills on Claude, but not in Gemini. It nearly melted when you asked for high density. Good to know. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Do a pre-designed format in another app. I mean, ChatGPT, I'm always amazed by how much I can interact with the free version of ChatGPT without it throwing things, without it saying you ran out of tokens, you ran out of tokens. It is, I think, right now the most generous of the apps out there, temporarily. Not sure if that's always going to be true. Try it, Pavel. Set up a gem to see the COT in progress. Chain of thought. Thank you. I like that. Okay. Yes. Are you a geek too? I tend to use a lot of abbreviations without really thinking that through. Can you show your chain of thought, please? No, it's not going to let me click. I'd have to cancel the generation. Yeah. Shashank, I don't know what's going on. Try maybe with a different AI. I think this is probably just because we're running out of tokens if it's asking for billing. Should still have allowed us to do one app each or two apps. Pros with that service. David, there are lots of pros of Lovable. Lovable is built as a standalone app builder. Google is good, but like you see, I mean, it's got its own challenges. I'd say try different apps. Whether you do or do not use the affiliate code makes no difference. You're going to pay the same anyway. But try a bunch of different apps and figure out the one that's best for your needs, right? Some are better, like Claude Code is better to build an end-to-end app, I think, because it really understands the whole Lovable and whatever integrations and security and privacy and all of that. Yesterday, I built an app with Bolt. It's good, but again, it's not quite as robust. There's pros and cons, like literally. So David, totally up to you what you use. And no, yeah. So I lost my train of thought there. Should be able to build the lab and should be able to test it without, you would hope so. And yet, here's where we are. Wait for the interface to load. Ha ha ha. This time we're asking for that owl mascot again. Yeah, same here, Ava. It's taking a lot of time. And it might be because like we saw it saying that it's running out of code, running out of tokens, right? So that may be all the problem is. Like it's not running out of tokens, the server may be overloaded, which is why it's slow. So I don't know, folks, do you want me to struggle through with this today, or do you want to come back again next week? We were already going to do next week, but I was hoping to do next week just kind of an overview. Did you get stuck anywhere? How do we actually go and get that Google AI professional certificate? By the way, if you've had the patience to sit through today, you've got the patience to do the course and get your certificate. Just let me say that. Where you go is skills.google.com and you sign up for their 7-day free trial. It's the exact same 7 videos that I keep sending the email to go watch, the official videos, not my replays, which basically takes you through very similar exercises. But it also gives you the background as to why we're doing all these things. And at the end of each course, there's a short quiz. I mean, most of the quizzes were less than 10 questions, and they're all basically just multiple choice. There's not a single long answer. The advantage of that is that you can get through it very fast if you know what you're talking about. The challenge is if you don't know, it's really hard to guess. So the thing with the quizzes is that for all the chapters, I think except chapter 6 and maybe chapter 7, you have unlimited retries every day. So, you know, I would say keep trying until you get the answers correct. Before you do the exams, make sure you're very familiar with the content for that chapter, then do the quiz for the chapter so that, you know, you don't have to do it over and over. Chapter 6, I had to take the quiz 3 times, let me just tell you. So data analysis is apparently not my strong point. You do not have to build an app for the exam, Jackie. You just need to understand the trade-offs. You need to do things like, it might ask you things as simple as what happens if you find an error in the app that it created. And then you should know to click the button that says, just ask AI Studio to fix it. That's a super simple example, but it really wasn't that much harder than that. Oh, please select or attach your API key in the dialog. Okay, so Doug, where in the world are you? Mine hasn't yet asked me for that. It'll be fun if it does. And if you do need an API key, that means, yes, you're going to need to pay money for it, which is really annoying. The alternative is go to Coursera, sign up for a 7-day free trial of Coursera. During that 7-day free trial, sign up for Google AI Pro. That gives you 90 days of free AI Pro. And then hopefully you won't run into these issues with AI Studio. Michael says, is there a time limit for completing the exam once you register? There is not a time limit for completing the exam because basically it's a self-paced course. It took me 10 hours to watch all the videos, read all the documents, the same documents that are in your course, in the drive, by the way, where it says PDFs from Google. Those are the same documents. Took me 10 hours to do all of that and the quizzes, including having to break it up because I was so tired by the time I got to chapter 6. I actually did chapter 6 when I was fresh in the morning. And that was still not good enough. I had to do it 3 times. You register for the exam at skills.google.com. And since this presentation is not working well today, what I'm going to do is actually put the presentation in the drive so that you guys can work through the remaining example on your own. Because at this point, it's really ridiculous. How long are we going to wait? It's already 1 hour in. You will ask for a mascot, ask for whatever else you want. All right, Jackie, sorry today was such a disaster of a session, but hey, it happens. This is tech. Okay. Step 3, you're going to be doing all your error checking. And this one, definitely do the drive link, okay? I will see if I can find that for you again. Oh, that's good. Replit and Emergent are working fine. By the way, if you guys haven't already checked out AppSumo, just, appsumo.com. No, don't make it 2 words. It's 1 word. You totally should, because especially at Black Friday, they have some amazing deals. Last year, they gave us 1 year, like you pay $60 or $70 US, and they gave you 1 year of Bolt and Emergent, which was really nice. So, keep an eye on AppSumo. Sometimes you get some really good deals on there. Any questions? I'm not even going to bother trying to do number 3 because I don't think any of these are working for us today. Oh, look, as soon as I said that, we have a brand builder app. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it will work. Okay. How do I test this app? Ask it. All right, Eva, good, 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 good. So here's the preview. I guess you won't be able to actually use it until you publish. Fine. Now the question is, will I be able? Oh, right, it won't let me publish because I just asked it a question. Let's see what the answer was. It has to think. How do I test this app? Sheesh. All right, so it has a full guide here. One-click preset, formulate your own custom product, generate the Master Studio anchor. Pretty nice, okay? So let's try publishing now. Started. Haha. So I guess it allowed me exactly one project and now it wants me to set up billing. Mm. Okay. Wait, is this? This is my paid Google account. I don't know why it's asking me for. Yeah, see, it says pro. I just built an app and am trying to publish. Why does it want me to set up billing when I have the pro account? You have Ultra and it still doesn't work. All right, this is not good. Okay, so we're paying for the hosting. Right. Look at this. Eva says she had to select Nano Banana Lite, not Pro. Where did you select Nano Banana Lite? In settings? Nope. Not seeing that. Model selection. Images, Nano Banana Lite. Okay, let's try that. Can I change it after the fact? Okay, so I was able to change that there, but not in here. Not in the actual thing. And I see Kotrish has put the Replit link, and I'm presuming that's also an affiliate link. Again, there's no harm using an affiliate link. Yes, Kotrish will get a tiny payment if you sign up for a paid account, but you will pay exactly the same either way. And I've lost my chat. There's my chat. Yep, this is not my most successful session. Do you guys feel you can work through this on your own? If not, I will absolutely do another session. I might change the timing though, because if it's 10 a.m. in the morning Eastern, this is probably the time when everybody else is also working. Maybe there we go. Yeah, I've run out of tokens on a paid app, which is really frustrating. Yeah, ProPlan also has limits, clearly. Very annoying. So that was the end of my fancy experiment. Do as far as you can. And honestly, I did not build apps for the quizzes, for the certification. You should be able to just logically think things through. It's really just about understanding the interface. So that is the end of today's session, really, because there's no point. This is frustrating as heck. AI Studio will do all of that if you have a paid plan. Not even if you have a paid plan, if you pay more to get through the whole lab. All right, any questions that are not related to these labs, because clearly we can't progress. And here's the homework we were supposed to do, which you should do actually, if you can. Do it on a different Gmail account. Pick something that is useful to you, part of a bigger workflow. You can ask Gemini or ChatGPT to answer these questions for you, like what app to build, plan it all out, and then finally, take it to AI Studio and hopefully use minimum credits. And I'm also going to say, try Lovable, try Bolt, Triplet, like other apps. Try Codex if there's a free tier, I can't remember. And see if you can build this app somewhere else. Because what you want to understand is how apps get built. I'm trying to make it as cheap as possible, so try all the freebies first, and then go take your quizzes. Eva, you're right. Kotrish, you asked about what's the value of this certificate. It's literally, A, it gets you very familiar with the different aspects of Gemini, of Google AI Pro. And B is literally what Eva said. It is a certificate that employers value. It doesn't say that you're an expert. My suspicion is most employers have not done this certificate themselves. They do not actually know that this is a very introductory certificate. It might get your foot in the door for an interview, might land you a job. I'm not promising it will, but it's better than nothing, especially when everybody wants AI experience. If you can get a free certificate to say you have AI experience, I'd say go for it. Any other questions? Skills dot. You could do it on Coursera, and there's actually an advantage to doing it on Coursera, which is that Coursera, after you complete the course, Coursera, the disadvantage with Coursera, the 7-day free trial does not let you take the quizzes. The advantage is once you pay, once you pass the certificate, then they connect you with employers who are looking for people with that certificate. So it's worth paying for a month of Coursera, right? do this certificate, do any other certificates. There's also a Google AI for job search certificate that you could do, not because you want that certificate, but because it'll help you with figuring out the job search. Oh, wow, Eva, that's fantastic. She says her colleague did the course a few months ago, is now on a data science course paid by his new employer. And he or she is in charge of redoing all the dashboards in their company. Isn't that fantastic? That's the kind of opportunities that certifications give you. It's not enough to get the certification. You need to put it on your LinkedIn. You need to tell your boss about it. You need to tell your future employers about it. What did it teach you? What does it give you the confidence to say you can do now? That's the advantage of taking certifications. Right now, we're talking about the Google AI certificate. I think, Eva, that's the same certificate you talked about? Yeah, yeah. Not saying it will be exactly the same for you, Anu, but every boss likes the idea that your boss doesn't have to know you took it for free, right? If they think that you paid to get a certificate on your own time, they're going to be super impressed. That shows initiative. That shows your ability to, think outside the box. That shows you're ambitious. There's all kinds of pluses to doing things on your own. I went to a Java conference once in California. This is when I was living in California, and it was $1,000 paid conference, and I paid. I didn't go just as a freebie attendee. I paid. I went to the courses. I got 2 job offers out of that. So, yeah. Oh, there's another thing. Google certs are good, but on Coursera, if anybody takes the Coursera 1-year plan, talk to me, because I'm also offering, starting next year, an actual machine learning and an official AI practitioner certificate. So what we'll do is, this course is, of course, the introductory. Everybody needs to know the basics of AI, but we don't have to stick with Google. We can do Claude, we can do ChatGPT, whatever. But then we'll be doing 3 courses. There's Andrew NG. I don't know how his last name is pronounced. Ang. He has a machine learning intro course. We'll do University of Michigan's applied data science course, and then Andrew Ng's deep learning course. And after doing the 3, you will understand the core of the AI. So you'll know how to train LLMs. You'll know how to test them. You'll understand data science much better than than last week's course taught you. Yes, deep NG, not NAG. And I'll put that in the main chat. Andrew Ng's machine learning course. University of Michigan's applied data science course. And the third one is also, I think it's called Deep Learning Inc., but it's Andrew Ng's company. If anyone knows how that name is pronounced, please tell me, because I do not know. Deep learning. So these are the 3 courses. This will take us almost like over 6 months, and then a capstone, plus a capstone for the AI practitioner pathway. That's what I'm calling it right now. The name may change. So those 3 courses, it's not going to be free, because this is hours and hours of work. We're going to meet, I think, once a week to do the labs, to have, mostly to answer any questions you have about the labs. Does that make sense? Ooh, how to pronounce ink. Ing. Ing. Andrew Ink. Okay. Sorry. Do not release a pop of air. You know what? I need to go to YouTube and figure out how to pronounce this. I bet you they've got a pronunciation there. Thank you. Claude will be aiming for really top premium corporate accounts. They're already kicking normal folks out, saving their compute for premium accounts. Interesting. I did not know this. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, the point is there's multiple ways to monetization for the AI companies. All of them are hurting for money right now because they're giving away a lot for free. They're all basically negative revenue right now. So yeah, I can see that going for the deep pockets, big enterprises makes sense. But to me, it doesn't make sense because I think there's a whole lot more of, little people like me than of big corporations like AT&T and, whatever other companies. But that's me. What do I know? Oh, nice, Neha. How tough was that? Love it. And Neha, since you have actually done those courses, why would you be here at this course? It's such a beginner course. Tell me, tell me. Sorry, I know, I'm being weird. Oh no, this was very much a beginner course, so unfortunately, no. Nothing new for you to learn. Did taking those courses help you with your career? Not just in terms of you being able to perform better, but in terms of your boss, respecting you more, giving you better job choices, better opportunities. That's the point of taking certifications, in my opinion, not to show off on your LinkedIn. I mean, it's good to put them on LinkedIn, but also to advance your career. Wow, 2017 she did those courses. Impressive. So you're way ahead of us. You should be teaching courses then at this point. Really, I'm serious because you do know, like, you are probably doing all of this every day. Yes, deeplearning.ai. Okay, if there's no other questions about this, yeah, we have the same error again. Dismiss. All right, I am going to give you folks back 15 minutes of your life. My deepest apologies that Gemini would not be cooperative today. I'm not even sure Pro is good enough, Eva, because I have Pro account and it's still trying to get more billing out of me. So no clue. Anyway, if you guys want, I will do one more session next week just to put things, just to wrap things up. I'm not going to do any labs next week. It's literally just Q&A if you have any questions, got stuck anywhere. All right. See you all next week. Have a good one. Bye.